Gardy Sheila for the topic of 7 tips for coaching employees to improve performance. Managers and leaders are critical to the success of a business, and so are effective coaching skills. Consistent coaching helps with employees onboarding and retention, performance improvement, skills improvement, and knowledge transfer. On top of these benefits, coaching others is an effective method for reinforcing and transferring learning. While there are many important leaderships, skills, and competencies, coaching is central to improving the performance of entire teams. A coaching leadership is a style of proving to be much more effective with today's employees than the more authoritarian style that many business leaders operate under. Leaders who coach employees instead of commanding. They are able to build a much more talented and agile workforce, which leads to a healthy growing and business. Some people will need a lot more hand-holding than others, depending on where they are in their job role and over a career. A good coach is positive, enthusiastic, supportive, trusting, focused, goal-oriented, knowledgeable, observant, respectful, patient, and clear communicator. By following a 7-step coaching models, manager can build an effective working relationship with their difficult employees and motivate them to improve their performance. For 7 coaching tips for managers and leaders, number 1 tips is ask guiding questions. For ask guiding questions, open-ended guiding questions leads to more detailed and thoughtful answer, which leads to more productive coaching conversation. As a manager or leader, it is critical that you develop strong relationship with your employees. This will help you to determine if your employees are curious, have the capacity to perform and improve, and what kind of attitude they have toward their work. For tips number 2, recognize what's going well. Coaching will require a balance of criticism and praise. If your coaching conversation are completely focused on what not working and what the employees has to do to change, that's not motivating. It's demoralizing. Your recognition of the things your employees is doing well can be a springboard into how they can build from that to improve. We're not talking about the compliment sandwich here, though, because that coaching techniques often devolves into shallow praise that comes off as insincere. Giving compliments that you don't actually mean can have a worse effect than not giving any at all. So take the time to think about specific things that are going well and let your employees know that you see and appreciate them. For tips number 3, listen and empower. Coaching requires both encouragement and empowerment. As a manager and a leader, your job is to build one-on-one relationship with employees that results in improved performance. Your employees are likely to have a lot of inputs, questions, and feedback. It's important for them to know that you care enough to listen to what they have to say. So encourage them to share their opinions. For number 4 tips, understand their perspective. When you're coaching employees to improve performance and engagement, approaching things from their perspective rather than your own will help enormously with seeing the changes and results you want. Everyone has different motivations, preferences, and personalities. So if you're asked questions to help you understand where their why comes from, what their preferred how look like, then you can tailor your coaching conversation to align the way you the work best with the improvements you're both aiming for. For tips number 5, talk about next steps. Coaching conversation are meant to yield changes and results, so be sure to clearly define and outline what needs to happen next. This will ensure you and your employee are on the same page with expectation and provide them with a clearly understanding of the practical step they can take to make changes and improve. Also, this next step should be mutually agreed upon. Talk about what is reasonable to expect given their workload and the complexity of the changes being made. For number 6, coach in the moment. If an employee comes to you with a question about a process or protocol, use this opportunity to teach them something new. If you're not able to stop what you're doing right away, schedule time with them as soon as possible to go over it. Better yet, keep a weekly one-on-one meeting schedule with each employee so you can go over question issue regularly while maintaining productivity. For tips number 7, commit to continuous learning. Make a commitment to improve your own skills and competencies. If you are not continuous learning, why should your employees? Show that you are interested in their success. Ask questions about what they see their career going or how they see their role involving in the company even if they don't have a plan laid out yet. This question will make them think about their career and what they want to accomplish with the organization. Show your employees that you don't just want them to do better so you look better, but that you're actively interested in their career accomplishments and professional success. The goal of this model is to return the employee to productivity, not punish the employee or begin dismissal procedures. It is not disciplinary. Coaching an employee to improve his or her performance can be productive or destructive. It mostly depends on how the coaching is done.